Hey everyone, Dave here talking to you today about a subject that isn't fun for any of us, and that is what to do if you experience a financial setback. So, I think the first thing to realize is it's one of the few things you're far from alone on. In fact, I don't know of anybody in my life who hasn't experienced a financial setback in one form or another. And a good friend of mine, I've known him for over 30 years. He often reminds me, Dave, we're not playing a game of perfect here. Things are going to go wrong, but that doesn't take away from our resourcefulness and ability to recover. And that's been helpful for me personally to realize that personal finance is not something that's going to go right every time. I think the second piece is to think about the scale of things. And again, this may come as a surprise, but really, if you look at it in terms of your net worth, and you have adequate financial reserves and other things in place or managing your finances well, even a permanent setback, a bad business deal, a loss on an investment property, something else that's in the 1% to 5% of net worth range really will have very little long-term impact on your finances if it's a one-time thing. So if your net worth is $100,000 and you loan some money to a friend and just are starting to come to the sad realization they're not paying it back, something in the $1,000 to $5,000 range is not a big deal. It's going to feel like a big deal for sure, but it's not a big deal. If you have a net worth of $1 million, that starts to come into the $10,000 to $50,000 range. Let's say you fell victim to an internet scam, or you sell an investment property at a loss, or something in that scale. Again, is it troubling? Might you lose some sleep over this? Yes. But is it this unrecoverable thing that you're experiencing, or even out of the ordinary based on other people's experiences? Definitely not. A third is to assess whether this is a temporary loss, in the form of, say, fluctuations in your investment portfolio, or is this a permanent loss? Again, like you have bad debt out there, you invested money in a family member's business that's not going well, something else. Permanent losses are a bigger deal than temporary ones, but certainly a fluctuation of even up to 10 or 20% in an investment portfolio really isn't an official loss unless you sell out. And so seeing bigger losses like that are normal and really not cause for alarm, as uncomfortable as they would be. And then finally, we can look at it in the context of maybe it's a loss you haven't locked in yet. Let's say that you have an underperforming rental property, which I've experienced. I've had properties in the wrong neighborhoods, trying to rent to the wrong tenant in landlord unfriendly environments, and I hadn't recouped my rehab expenses. But when we look at these things and see, should I just keep slugging away at this terrible business model, or should I take the loss and invest the capital more profitably somewhere else? That's another lens to pass things through. And sometimes we just have to bite the bullet, take the loss, learn, and move on. And I guess that's a final point. Maybe I already said it was a final point, but here's the final point, which is with all of this, another colleague of mine, one of my favorite expressions that she uses is we're either winning or learning. And when we have these losses, the losses that I've had have been among the biggest learning opportunities that I've been gifted in my life to get better at making financial decisions, to avoid future problems of the same nature, and to share these stories with my clients so I can help them avoid these things as well. Or you can share it with family members in your case. So all of these things come with a gift or opportunity within them, and an opportunity to learn, grow, and get better going forward. So that is it. Like and follow if you'd like to see more from me. Take care.